It's moving day. Not for me, it's for somebody. I'm gonna film this while I'm here on the beach in Boracay. But I'm not gonna edit it or post it until I get the second half of the video. This first half is discussing something I mentioned on New Year's about trying to figure out how to get off of the island. Well, hopefully, once we get to Iloilo, we will have figured it out. But I want to tell you part of what our concern is. When we came here in the end of August, you needed a QR code from the Aklan Health Department website, which we did. Coconut just fell off the next tree. I hope one does not fall off of this tree. But we needed the QR code from the Aklan Health website, and we got one. No one asked for it when we came here, but we still have it. At that time, the island was open only to Region 6, which is like Iloilo, Panay Island, Negros, just this area, the region. October 1st, I think, they opened it to all of the Philippines, and they changed the rule. They didn't say anything else about the QR code. There may have been one, I'm not sure, but you had to have a COVID test, the swab test, to come here. Well, we were already here, so that did not apply to us. Then they came out and said tourists needed this new QR code that they came out with, a different one. And we're like, well, we're already here, and we already have an old one, so whatever. Then they keep changing these rules, and they're changing them around us while we're here. They said everyone going in or out of the pier needs a QR code. Residents and employees, QR codes do not expire. Well, we are not employees. And we talked to the barangay. They said we cannot apply for a residency until we've been here 6 months, which that means we can't apply till the beginning of March, however long it takes to get it. So we could stay another 6 weeks and there would be no problem. Just leave as a resident. Another 6 weeks here wouldn't be a bad thing, because we're planning on leaving the end of January. The problem is the tourist QR code expires 12 hours after you check out of your hotel. Now, this does imply a very, good organization that I am unsure if they have. But we don't have a hotel. We have an apartment. We came here into a DOT approved hotel, but then we got an apartment 5 months ago. There are options here. We could just bluff our way through, go to the pier with the old code and go, here's the code we got, and see what they say. Might work. We're asking around quietly because we don't want to raise suspicions. We're not asking anything where our name is attached to it, but we're talking to people, trying to find out, do they check? Maybe get a resident QR code, but we don't have a resident ID? I don't want to look for trouble, so I don't really like that idea. We could get a hotel, pay for a hotel, get the QR code for that hotel. Would they notice that it never got scanned onto the island, just scanned leaving? I don't know. So I'm probably overthinking it. We're probably just going to show up at the port and have the old QR code and say, here we are. And we're not trying to sneak off the island, so hopefully they'll just let us go. But I'm asking around, Melanie's asking around, we're talking to people without giving our names, of course, to try and find out how we go about it. And once we get to Iloilo, I'll let you know how that goes. So I just wanted to do part 1 while I'm at the beach, because it's kind of nice here. I was getting some printing done, and I complained that it was raining, because I thought the rainy season was over. The girl at the print shop acted like it was not her fault. But I assured her that I was told It was in fact her fault. So she apologized and said it would be better tomorrow. You gotta feel sorry for these people that have to deal with stupid tourists all the time. And just so you know, women are just as fickle and shallow as men. I was walking towards the laundry to drop off the laundry for the last time here. Isn't that sad? And there was a group of 4 girls walking up the street. One of them pointed at me and they whispered something and there was giggling, so, you know, normal stuff. One of them replies very loudly, "Hard pass." Funny thing is, she was the fat one. I wouldn't have looked at it all anyway. Probably saying I was too old and fat. I'm thinking she was too old and fat. At least we agree. I don't care. Anyway, yeah, I just took the laundry in for the last time. We'll be picking that up later. And while it's folded, put it straight into the suitcases. We are checking out of the apartment tomorrow. We have a single night in a hotel for QR code reasons. And we'll be out of here, we think. The problem is still the QR code. When we came in August, we had one. No one ever asked to see it, but we had one. They've changed the rules multiple times over the last 5 months, and they've worked them around enough that we don't fit into a category at all. So I thought they might call us LSI, the locally stranded individuals. I hope not, because that causes a whole nother hassle. A few days ago, we went to the port to talk to the people that actually check everything to find out what we need to get out of here. And they're like, "Oh, well, you have to get a QR code." We said, "But we can't. We've tried." "Oh, well, you just go on to the website." They're like, "Yeah, you're either a resident, an employee, or a tourist." We talked to the barangay. They said you couldn't get residency for 6 months. We went back, since it's been 5, you know, we could stay another month or 2 if it required that to be a resident, to get the easy QR code. But they said, "Oh no, you have to be here 6 months. And you have to have a 3-year lease, or we're not giving you a resident card." It's like, oh, well, we're not getting a 3-year lease, so that's out. I don't have a job here. I don't want a job here. So I can't get an employee QR code. The only option then would be tourist. Everything on their site, logically, is for tourists coming into the island, not leaving. Because the QR code is good for both, but you have to start outside. And so I've been all over that website trying. So I was ready for them at the port. And they're like, "Oh, well, just put the date you came in on the form." And I said, "You can't do that because the date only allows future plans. You can't plan to come here yesterday, and the calendar section on that web page will not go back. It only starts today and goes forward. You can't put yesterday, and you certainly can't put 6 months ago." So putting a back date doesn't work, because they're like, "Well, how'd you get here without a QR code?" We're like, "When we came in August, we had this old QR code, but nobody looked for it." They go, "Oh yeah, that system was never actually implemented." Like, right. And that's the code we have. They go, "That code's not good anymore." We know. So they went finally to talk to their big boss, and he talked to his boss, and eventually we're doing this through text and messenger. She's talking to the head. When you fill out the thing, your QR code health declaration online, it's this online form, and then it goes to a human for verification. They're called validators because they validate the information. The head of the validation department is who Melanie started talking with online. And he came up with the same things, backdate it, this and that. We're like, can't do it, can't do it. Finally, he goes, "Send me your information, fill out the form." Says you will have to get a hotel for 1 night, the night before you leave, because it's you know, the information with the red dot is required, the hotel is required. Like, okay. The form won't let you get past it without it. So we'll do one night in a hotel to get that. He said, send me the information, and when it comes time for us to verify you have the swab test, we'll just pass it along without the test. Because he said you have to get a test here. We said we cannot, because we checked on the island, there is no facility to do the swab test. We could get the rapid test, but that's not what they want. They want the swab test, and it's not available on the island. And he says, oh, well, if you go to Cataclan, you can get it. I said, if we can go to Cataclan, we could catch the bus and get out of here. We can't get to Cataclan, and that's the issue. He goes, oh, yeah. So he kept trying to get around it, you know. So finally he says, fill out the form, send it to him, you know, just send it online. He will get it and say, passed. And, you know, say we don't need the test. But we don't hear from him for a day and a half. Finally, he contacts us back and goes, it won't let me give you a code. We're like, see, now you know how difficult it is. You're the boss and you can't generate a code. You know we can't. So finally he's like, okay, here's what we'll do. I'll make a note. What date are you leaving? You know, you have your hotel thing? We're like, yeah. He says, okay. Bring your hotel confirmation with you. Bring your ID. They will have a note at the desk saying just to let you through without a code. He was going to try and skirt the rules to get us a code and could not. So he's going to kind of skirt, because it's not like we're trying to come in and bring the disease with us. We're just trying to leave. And quite frankly, if we have it and take it with us, why would the people here care? The people where we're going should care, but the ones here, all we're trying to do is leave. We came here legally. The rules changed around us. It happens. Which is why, technically, the rules changed around us and stranded us here. So I thought they might say we were locally stranded. And that's a whole mess I wanted to stay out of. So again, I'm filming this in Boracay. I am not going to post it until we get out of here. Where is this? McDonald's is still closed. I'm back at the lake again. If we get out of here, I'll put this together and finish it off. So that's the progress. We'll see how it goes. We are checking out of the apartment tomorrow. So I'm on my way now to pick up laundry. While it's folded, it's going straight into the suitcase. She's not feeling well, so I'm going to take a detour to Two Brown Boys for onion rings and rum, because rum is cheap and it's good. Stopping in at Two Brown Boys for a drink and lunch. The good liquor is up on that shelf, and they have some good stuff. But I'm drinking the cheap rot gut stuff. You can't see it. I was trying to get a view of it. The stuff that just sits out on the counter, like Tandoy. But it's like, I think 60 pesos for a rum and coke, so I can't complain. It's pretty good. They have some cute waitresses. They have some really good liquor if you want to buy it. They have Monkey Shoulder. It is a scotch that will knock you on your butt. And they have the best burger I have found in the Philippines. We are packing up the last suitcase. There's a lot of room left in it. Bathroom is all finished except for the few things we're going to use and throw away. So we're like almost out of here. What you doing? Leftover are some of the snackages?
Candy.
Oh, okay. You gonna take those outside and give them away?
Yeah.
Cool. Some kids outside. Okay. That's a food bag we're taking to the hotel for the one night. Towels are drying. We'll pack them in a minute. And then a couple suitcases. We're like ready to go. Where is she going? She's gonna go, oh yeah, here is the sad thing. My walking stick. I found that on the beach and have cleaned it up and was using it as a walking stick. Lots of trash. Huh? She wants to give them some of our leftover pancit and candy, but she's kind of embarrassed to do so. But they will probably appreciate it. Now we'll close the door in her face. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you coming. I was going to do one last look around, but it's kind of a little messy still. We're 99% packed. Hey, open the curtains, if you would, please, and thank you. This is weird. We've said this before, but we have this beautiful yard that doesn't belong to this house. It belongs to that house back there. And we're pretty sure with this weird little wall, we think this used to be one lot. And the people who bought this, it's 3 stories. There's 2 more up there. Because this would be a weird thing to do in the US, where you look out your window into somebody else's yard. But as I'm pretty sure it was not built that way, but it is nice. Big, was that 4 stories? 1, 2, 3, 4 stories and a roof deck. Not too shabby. And they're really loud. They have parties every other day. And I'm sure they're socially distanced. Anyway, cute little apartment. Bad oven. It's just not good. That's unfortunate. No temperature control. You turn on the oven, it's just kind of, yeah. But hey, it works. It worked for reheating food. Good sized bedroom. You can see it with, you know, all our stuff gone. Came with a TV with cable. Good aircon. The aircon broke. They bought a new one. It's really nice. And it runs cheap. Some Hanabishi thing. Runs crazy cheap. My big computer desk. I like that. And we're almost done. And the CR I've mentioned before, it's really good sized. Nice sink. Big mirror. There's lights, but they're off. That thing sprays out water like a waterfall. Ice cold. Good shower. The water actually does drain that way. It is sloped, so when you take a shower, this all stays dry. Yeah, it's good size, big room, big bedroom, nice dressing area. Not a bad place. The view from the hotel balcony, not too shabby. This is actually a really cute little hotel. I did a review on it when we first got here. It is right now $1,004 a night, which is just under $30 a night. It's got a cute little restaurant. I wish it had walls. It should have walls, because when it's windy during the, you know, the windy season, a lot of sand blows on your food. Other than that, it's okay. But the rooms are decent sized, not monstrously huge, but I mean big enough for $30 on the beach. What do you want? Good aircon, kind of loud, but you know. And then what's the CR look like? Haven't even opened the door yet. Decent sized shower with heater, soap, cups. Ooh, I need that cup for my Coke. Small refrigerator, little desk. I mean, it's a cute little place for $30 a night, and a TV that you can't see from the couch, but you can see it from the bed. So good enough. And she's taking a picture of the view from the beach. Let me see the view from the beach. Let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. Oh, sorry about that. But I am a little curious about that lot right there. Look how, just a giant lot. It goes all the way to the beach. So this whole thing behind that building is empty. And there's that little bitty bamboo house right there. I bet that's worth a lot of money. It's out of my price range. But there's a lot, there's two of them right next to each other. Two big ass lots. Really cool, right next to each other. Buffalo chicken, Thai chicken noodle soup, curry chicken. What is that you're drinking? Cappuccino. Say bye-bye Boracay.
Bye-bye Boracay. See you maybe next year.
Bye-bye to our hotel. We didn't leave it too messy. That's our luggage. I like your suitcase.
Huh?
So I like your suitcase. That's our luggage. Just a grocery bag. We just brought a change of clothes. The apartment's just over the other side of those trees. But we already cleaned up and got ready to move out. It is still a nice view. We're packed up. What about this stuff? Does it need to be thrown away or? Okay, that's some trash. Anyway, their dishes, cleaned out the refrigerator. Way too much junk. Their fan, we bought the broom. It's all clean, but it's dark. Yeah, way too many bags. This one we brought with us. This is an addition. This whole big red one is an additional bag. Brought it. So we kind of didn't grow too bad. And I guess that's an addition, but I don't even know what's in that. This is like, we bought a fan and a rice cooker and stuff like that. It's all in there. So it's ridiculous, but hey, we're not going to leave it. It was too much money. So we'll carry it. It all goes on the bus. That looks like a lot, but we were here for 5 months, so it's not so bad. We did buy a tableau, a little bin for the sink, some various plastic containers and plates. We're leaving them with the house or apartment, whatever, because we don't want to carry all that home. There we go. It's bumpy, but it all fits. When I made the video about wetland number 6, I said, oh, there's some Ati houses back there that should be safe. Look at this entire street that has been raised. I was shocked. This is across the street from the Ati village, so they're not in the Ati village, but it was a whole row of Ati houses. They came in, threw them out, bulldozed the entire street. I was kind of surprised at that. I don't know why they're throwing everybody out, but they're throwing people out here and up on Mount Luho. They're just pitching people out. A lot of people losing houses they've been in for generations. Let's see. Is there only 2 porters? I thought there'd be 3 porters. It's way too much baggage. But this is the tourist entrance. We got to see if they're going to let us through. I'm staying out of it. I'm letting her handle it. We're having to get like this super approval. We're kind of slipping through the cracks, we hope. We're not doing anything wrong. We're just trying to go home. Too many bags. Porters are waiting because they're going to help us get to the boat. And I'm sure she will pay them well, because the 60 peso ride is usually 150. She gave him 350 because she's nice. And if we get out of here, I don't mind paying it. That whole crowd got helped in the same amount of time it took Melanie. But I think she's almost finished. paying one more fee. That means she got through the QR code, people, which is a good thing. But until we get on that boat, I don't really believe it. We shall see. We made it onto the boat, so we might actually be able to escape the island. There was doubt. And now it's time to say goodbye to Boracay. So sad, but it's been a good 5 months, and we can always come back. I think that's a wooden hulled boat. I thought all the wooden hulled boats were banned, but I don't know when the cutoff date is. I don't know, we gotta make sure. There's 5 bags. That's way too damn many. And we need a bus, but not yet. Come wander around. This bus goes Kalibo, Iloilo, so it goes the other side of the island. It's big, it's air conditioned, it's comfy, we should take it. But then we have to pay for a taxi home, because that's a long way from home. We're gonna wait for one going through Antique, the other way around the island. And it's gonna be a couple hours. So it's really about the same. We can wait here a couple hours or take that one and take a taxi. Still gonna get home about the same time. Let's see if anything is open. I know 7-Eleven's closed. I'm looking for a Coke. They have Coke. I'll keep that in mind. 7-Eleven is closed. The windows are papered up, as I pretty much knew they would be. Andox is open, but I have peanut butter and jelly in my bag. And everything this way looks closed, so I'm going to turn around. Boy, there's not much here right now. There's people going in. No line. More porters than passengers. Manginasol is open. That would be difficult to eat on the bus. And I have peanut butter and jelly, as I said. I'm not sure where the larger boat's coming from. I didn't know they had railroads come in right here. But I haven't seen a motorcycle trike in a few months. And I don't mean to be rude, but I have not missed them at all. We're on the old, ragged out, uncomfortable bus, taking the shorter route. We made it to San Jose. There are lots of buses. The blue ones are the biggest, nicest, air-conditionedest ones. The medium-sized yellow ones are air-conditioned and okay. The small yellow ones, like we were on, are unair-conditioned and are set up basically for elementary school-sized people. They are so cramped and painful. So we're switching we're about 2/3 of the way home, and we're switching because our bus doesn't go all the way anyway. We'll be switching to a blue one later. Now they've moved the CR, or they've moved the entrance to the CR. I don't know. We're building something. Huh. We got about an hour to kill before we leave. They're building a big new terminal here in San Jose. Right now, we kind of have, you know, not much. Somebody's hollering for me. Yes? There's my donut shop. I got to get a donut before we leave. I guess some of these businesses will probably move in because that terminal's freaking big. That'll be nice. I'm buying a drink here in the terminal, and she has no cold Mountain Dew, so she took 2 hot ones to another booth and is trading them for 2 cold ones to sell me. Oh well, it works. Yeah, you can see how small that is compared to the others. That's the small, unair-conditioned, really uncomfortable bus. That is the big wonderful bus. The problem with San Jose is there's no jeepneys. Well, at the terminal there are jeepneys, but in town it's all tricycles. And these tricycle drivers, they will knock you down. Yeah, there's a jeepney, but they're just going to the terminal. They don't actually run around the town that I've seen anyway. It's all tricycles. Oh, they're a mess. So crossing the street, it's kind of iffy. And of course, it wouldn't be a crossing of the mountains without a traffic jam. I don't know what that truck is parked there for, but the workmen are out doing something. We just got home. My desk has been thoroughly scrubbed down and shiny and dusted, and the computer monitors are clean, like somebody's actually dusted everything. We're bringing our suitcases in now. My hats are terribly deformed. I think they washed them. I'll work on that. Fresh sheets, smelling clean. Lots of rum. They did shopping for us. A box of candy bars. Oh, how they know me. A Coke. Hopefully there are more than just the one. Oh, there they are. What do we got in here? Oh my God, they got lots of pork for us. Anyway. Everything's clean. The light comes on. There's a grill. Everything's washed. Oh my. They cleaned our entire house before we got home. That was very nice of them. They've done well. I was looking for something and I don't know what because I'm really tired. Anyway, it's all here. Lots of rum. That's good. That's really good. Yeah. Cool. So we're ready to go to bed. I think we're gonna unpack first. All right. We've been here for quite a while now, a few months. So most of the commissioners, the hawkers, the mamsers, whatever you call them, they call them commissioners here, the guys that sell stuff on the beach. Most of them know us. And they know we're not buying anything because we're here every day. So they leave us alone. Mostly. But there are some new ones. The crowds are getting bigger. There's a lot more people here. So there are some new commissioners that don't know us. And I had an odd one just now. I don't quite understand it. She was offering a foot massage because that's the only thing they can massage right now is feet. Apparently back and shoulder and stuff would get in the way of the COVID social distancing, but feet are okay. So I'm going by, she says, massage, sir. I'm like, no thank you. She says, foot massage. Pauses. We have condoms. Now, I enjoy a foot massage. I enjoy a foot massage a lot. I've never enjoyed a foot massage enough that I needed a condom. So I am confused what kind of foot massage she was offering. Okay. I'm not really that confused. I'm just amused. Welcome to Boracay.
Enjoy your day in paradise.